Alrighty guys, finally got that the brains assembled, aka the Arduino relay thingy. Anywho, I ran out of wire, so I can't do the smart part that I was going to do with my little sensor. I have like a motion sensor. Well, hang on, I'll show you. Give me a moment here. Mind the mess. Ouch. Almost tripped there. Alright, just watch that for a moment. I gotta pull out the box. Oh. Okay, it's this thing. I thought it had a picture on it. Well, anyway, I got a better idea. Bear with me again. Mind the mess. Alright, so on my signal here, this is one of my other flashing yellow arrows. The sensor looks like that, and it runs to the Arduino. It's like you can actually make it essentially be like a automatic button per se. I ran out of wire, so I couldn't do it on this one, but next month hopefully I'll be able to. I think for right now I'm just gonna have to basically program it just to be like a regular intersection, just like a timed kind of thing. Matt sent me a code. I'm gonna play around with it so I can get the PEDs and everything to work. But right now I just got it on flash mode. Let's see. Turn the light on a little bit. It probably didn't help. Anyway, took forever to get to this stage, but I'm glad I finally got everything wired. Now granted, the wire I'm using is a little bit on the thin side, but I know what you're thinking, like, oh, he's going to burn the house down. I decided to use one of these. I don't know how much help it'll be. Let me see, I think it's on the other side here. One moment. Oh, anyway, you kind of get the hint. It's one of those things that'll trip if there's like a short or something. So I'm not completely gonna burn the house down, but I'm only gonna run these while I'm at home anyway. It's like I'm not really gonna run them while I'm not at home, so if a fire develops, I'll know. But like I said, hopefully that thing will trip it before it does. I just didn't really have the budget to get like the thicker wire. I'm on literally a college student budget, so I have to cheap out as much as I can. But anyway, Art Deco, Kentron, Art Deco, Art Deco, Art Deco, Model D. That's the only one I have is a D. Smiley face lens on the red and the yellow, and just a Chinese arrow. Conolite. This is a Marblite / LFE. This one's a TSI. That one's a all LFE inline 5. This one is a Conolite also, the older model. I guess a groove back. No, not a groove back, just one of those Conolite types. And finally the brains part of it. I didn't realize at the time I got this because I knew they were knockoff Unos, but I didn't know they were knockoff Megas as well. And I had a hard time getting this thing to work on my computer, but I ended up having to download that CH340 drive or whatever. And then it finally worked, so I kind of figured that's not going to last long, so that's why I didn't really glue it down or nothing. It's just been held in there by safety pins or push pins, whatever those things are. So I'm planning on this to fill soon. I just don't know when. I am going to add a cooling fan somewhere on here. Might have to make a separate and just have air blow the heat off of it. Maybe that will make it last longer. Who knows? I also had trouble getting this to work because I didn't know that you have to have a 12 volt power supply to go into this blue part. So it's like when I was trying to run it off the Arduino board, and the lights would flash, but there would be no clicking. I was like, now why isn't it clicking? And I did some research. I was like, oh, you have to have 12 volt power to it. So I kind of spliced it off of this 12 volt adapter here. So I got that 12 volts powering that, and then I got it spliced up to the board up there. So it took care of that. And like I said, my wiring isn't really neat. is just kind of, it was one of those slap together things. I have a habit of being impatient when it comes to doing wiring, so I kind of just slap it together. My personal opinion, that's probably as good as a slap together job can get. That bar right here is the power, and 1, 2 is the ground, and up here, that's where the power's hooked up. The left side is where it's going to all the grounds, and then the right side's going to the power bar there. Like I said, it's not professional, it's just, I slapped it together. So, inspector was to come over here, I'd probably fail the test, but like I said, I'm only gonna run these when I'm here. So, if, like I said, if a fire develops, hopefully that thing will trip before it does, but the wire, I mean, it's not like thin. It's like, I think it was 18 gauge, and it's pet fence wire. Like I said, I had to go the cheap route. But obviously it's working so far. But anywho, sometime this evening I'm gonna try to actually make it do like cycles, you know, go through all the lights and whatnot. This is basically just a test mode. I had to clean up the wires a little bit right here, and you know, zip tie them and try to make them a little bit more neat. And then of course I need to raise the wires that are coming from these lights down here, raise them up over here. So now I got one up there. It was kind of sloppy, but like I said, this is all just testing right now, and the test was successful. So I will get back to you guys later once I get everything neatened up and fully operational. The inline 5, that's using 15-watt appliance bulbs. I figured I want to keep some of the signals with the original, like the incandescents, to give it that incandescent look. But that one and the Kentron has the 15-watt appliance bulbs in them. So I figured on that particular wire it shouldn't hurt. But I guess we'll see. Anyways, making progress. And eventually my next project, this 3M here, it needs work. I need to get the adhesive remover and clean up, because like when it's on, you can see the tape in the background is just all kind of fuzzy looking. So I need to get the adhesive remover and clean that up. And then also in the top section in the back, the thumb wheels, 2 of them are broke, so they were taped in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just drill that out and see if I can just make new thumb wheels or something that'll hold that reflector part in. And then clean up the diffusers. And my goal is to get, when I get it set up, I'm gonna put it up in the kitchen. See if I can return the corner here. Where my kitchen table is, I'm gonna put it in this corner, so that way you come in. And I think what I might do is get another like smart sensor for that one, so when you enter the kitchen, it'll turn green and yellow and red and whatnot. That's about it. Some other lights there. But yeah, making progress, one step at a time. And then what I'm going to do with my other spare lights here, like I said, excuse the mess. Until I get my train layout done, it's going to be a little messy. But once I get it built, I can put stuff up finally. But anywho, the rest of these lights, I'm going to use in my actual train layout. I'm gonna make them the legs of the table, so that way I won't have to like use up too much wood. And so that's what all these well, actually no, I'll take it back. These ones over here are gonna be used as like the legs and probably hanging in the train layout. But these here, 1, 2, 3, and I have another one. Debating if I want to paint it black, but my other Econo light here. I think what I'm going to do with those, I'm going to replace I'm going to build a new kind of like entertainment stand for my TV. But I'm going to get a new TV because I got one of those old Sony Trinitron things. I figure I might as well get to the 21st century and get a flat screen. So I'm going to build a table for it. And what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to make two-way sets out of them and set them up beside the TV so they kind of look like speakers. But I think what I'll do is I don't know if there's a way on the Arduino to do like sound, because I want to hook it up to the TV and like every time it makes sound, the lights will just flash in accordance with the sound. And then I'll also make it double, or if I just want to do like a regular, you know, red, yellow, green sequence. I'm still debating on that one, but that's what I'm gonna do with those lights, because they're the perfect height, what I have in mind. But yes, all of the lights will eventually be used up. This project here took the longest to do, but like I said, I'm glad I got that done. There's one more light. Oh, it's out back. This is the other one I got from when I got that 3M and the PID signal in there. This one, big shout out to Zach from YouTube. I bought it from. It's the 8-inch doghouse. It's got a spider nest. Whoops. In the in that part. I didn't really realize it until I was reaching up in there trying to pull some wire out, and I kept feeling something soft in there, so I was like, oh, I know what that is. So I haven't had a chance to clean that one out yet. But it's interesting because the top head and the right side are LFE, but the left side is what do you call it? A Crowd Signs Model R. So that was a pretty neat combination. I have an extra PID thing there. I'll have to find something. It might go in the layout too, because I literally don't have any room. Well, I take that back. Sorry, I keep taking out all these little tools here. But I think what I might do with that 8-inch doghouse is put it right, either that or that PID. See, one of the two. I figure I have enough space right here. I can build like a little mini stand and maybe put either a PID right there or try to fit that 8-inch doghouse in there. But either way, if it's not, it's either going to be the PID or the 8-inch doghouse. But if the 8-inch doghouse doesn't fit in there, I'm going to put it in the layout. So it's going to be used somewhere. But yeah. But anyway, one more shot of these. And I wasn't really sure. I've never seen, like, when they're in real world, aren't the arrows always flashing red, like for the left arrows, like if it's in flash mode? I never remember seeing like literal yellow flashing arrows. Not the third ones, but the second ones. Like whenever it's in flash mode, I always see them in red. So does anybody know if there's a way? Has they ever seen a flashing yellow when they're in flash mode like that, or is it just kind of like the default? Like I said, I've never seen it, but never know. Anyway, I'll get back with you after I get everything cleaned up and play around with Matt's code, see if I can get it in regular cycle mode. Alright. Happy signaling, guys. Goodbye.